How did you react to Tom Izzo getting in the face so aggressively of one of his freshman players?
This is one thing, I want to talk about, and I think it's something that's important. Like, he's constructively criticizing his player. Does he coach hard? Does he coach right now that probably isn't going to be advantageous with social media and instant opinions? Yes, but I'm sure at one point in your career to get to the level that you're at today, you had to face criticism. And you had to be molded so that you were a better talk show host and a better broadcaster. That's all he's doing. And I think our society right now, because of the day and age that we're in 2019, is just afraid of confrontation. And I think that is really what it is in a nutshell. I know personally, and I'm getting feedback every year from my bosses on all forums, that all he's trying to do is make Aaron Henry a better basketball player. And if he coaches hard, and maybe in a way that's a little bit more synonymous with the 70s, 80s, or 90s, well, then I just think it's more of a reflection and a snapshot of where we're at as a society in 2019.
I think it's a really interesting angle on this because you're right. I think we are a society totally terrified of confrontation because everybody does stuff on social media. But I do wonder this. People that compared this to if you did this at the office, it's not the office. It's basketball.
Right.
So that's a silly comparison.
He's coaching his team. And the problem, and here's another thing too. We talk obviously about the college player today versus the college player maybe 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. Because now things are so pronounced on social media and a kid and a player has the right and the access to have their own Twitter page, to have their own Instagram page, they can pretty much come out and say, I'm a transfer, I'm a free agent, and make themselves, not to be LeBron James, but to try to forecast that type of situation. It's a much different dynamic right now for the college athlete to deal with than it was before all of this came to the forefront.
Totally right. So this is my question. Not whether Tom Izzo was right or wrong, but whether that's a dangerous game to play for Tom Izzo, coaching like it's the 90s when it's not the 90s.
Look, I've spent a lot of time around Tom Izzo in the last 10 to 15 years. I've spent time with him in East Lansing. He is not changing who he is. And he is going to be really comfortable with Michigan State's program, whether somebody wants to be a part of it or doesn't want to be a part of it. Because right now, here are the facts. Michigan State doesn't have its secondary scorer in Josh Langford. Michigan State doesn't have its backup to its secondary scorer in Kyle Arns. And Michigan State is one of 32 teams playing, and they're the Big Ten regular season and tournament champions. He knows what he's doing.